Hello my fellow humans and welcome back to my channel. It's scatterlovetarot, witch girl, coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today we are going to go into what are their intentions for you, and this could be anybody, a lover, a friend, a family member, whatever it is. We'll find out more as we get into the reading. Not going to be a super long reading, but it will still be in depth. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome and thank you so much for being here. I'm just truly honored to have you as a part of this journey that we're on and to be able to have our cosmos collide. I'm so honored. And if you are a new watcher, new viewer, welcome. This is a reminder that we're all here having this human experience and to come as you are in this here, now, here moment as your most true, highest, loving, authentic, positive self. And always remember that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. And keep in mind, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box below where you will find the information or the links in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading or we'll get you out further information. And you can also follow me on over to my podcast, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. So with that being said, let us go ahead and get into our prayer real quick. I do just want to say two things. Our affirmation is I am courageous and outgoing for this reading. I love this. Such a beautiful card. And also keep an eye out for November. This will be posted in November, but either the first week, the end of the first week, or the beginning of the second week, I will be offering memberships. That is something that's new, and there will be, and I'll get into it on the later readings once that is set in place, but there will be options for the members, whereas you'll get early access. And yeah, I believe I'm going to be offering badges. I'm going to see how that all plays out, but just keep an eye out for that so that you know that it is coming. So let's go ahead and get into the prayer. My beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this video. I ask that you bless them with the truth, with the clarity, with the understanding of what is right for them on their journey. Right now, I feel like as the holidays come in that we're dealing with a lot of struggles on dealing with depression and dealing with disconnection and feeling like we don't have anybody in our lives and wondering how we're going to be able to do the holiday season and where we're going to go. The stresses of dealing with family, the stresses of dealing with loved ones, and just knowing that there are those differences and those chaoses that come with the holiday season. And so I ask that you help to relieve this stress so that we can see clearly at the next steps that we're meant to take, that if we have to walk away and say not this year, that that's okay. And if we're meant to be there, to know that we can and will have the strength to make it through those difficult, trying times. That we ultimately are the creators of our destiny and that you are here guiding us. And I ask above all that you help us draw closer to that guidance that you're giving us, to help us draw closer to our internal wisdom so that we may hear the messages that you are sending us and to receive those messages with an open heart. As these words are spoken unto this reading, unto these group of individuals, so shall they be. Amen. Aho, Asay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me go ahead and put this up over here. All right. And today we are going to be drawing from the Intuition Oracle. I'm not sure who does this. I know you guys ask all the time about the decks and I always forget to post them. Let me grab them. I don't have quite as many cards out as I normally do. This is the deck here. It's by Monte Farber and Amy Zerner. And that's what it looks like, the box. So, and hopefully soon I'll be able to have the links down below so you guys can just find the cards. You just know which one's which, okay? So hopefully I'm trying to work on that right now. So, all right, I shuffled these. So for pile number 1, source, what oracle card will help us better understand what this person's intentions are for pile number 1? Okay, thank you. And for pile number 2, source, what oracle card will help us better understand what this person's intentions are for pile number 2? For pile number 2, source, what oracle card will help us better understand what this person's intentions are for pile number 2? Whoa. Okay, they want that one. All right. And for pile number 3, source, what oracle card will help us better understand what this person's intentions are for pile number 3? Pile number 3, source, what oracle card will help us better understand what this person's intentions are for pile number 3? One card, please. Oh, thank you. Right. Okay, let me put this over here, make sure I have the book ready. So I'm going to be reading these out of the book today. All right. Actually, let's put them up here. I don't know where I want them. I'm going to figure it out soon. All right, make sure that we're in frame here. Okay. All right, so for pile number 1, we do have this beautiful piece of carnelian for you to choose from. Got its little imperfection on the bottom. Okay. And for pile 2, we have this green aventurine for you to choose from. In pile number 3, we have this peach moonstone for you to choose from. Alright, so we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And with that being said, I will see you over on your perspective
Hello,
pile. My fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of carnelian, or if you were drawn to this image here, then this is going to be your reading on what is this person's intentions for you. Now, first things first, keep in mind that these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box below where you will find the links necessary to do so. You may also email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information. And you can follow me on over to my podcast, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. I do quickly want to point out, though, that we are actually connecting with somebody else's point of view of you, their perspective of you, looking at you through their rose-colored glasses. Remember that in no way, shape, or form is the truth of your character, okay? So let's get into it and find out, source, what is this person's intentions for pile number 1? What would you like to tell us? What is this person's intentions for pile number 1? Can you tell us about this, source? What is this person's intentions for pile number 1? Okay, so we've got second house, Neptune, and Aquarius. Okay, let me get these set up here. We'll find out what's going on here. Alrighty. That there. Those in. Can you see those? Okay, good. So this person's intentions. Well, I mean, first and foremost, this is someone who's extremely stable. Like, they are very stable in life, right? They've got a lot going on for them. And anytime we have the second house coming out, we do have Taurus energy or also Venusian energy. And so they are very attracted to you. This is someone who's extremely attracted to you. They're very loyal. They like to communicate. They are business oriented. They do have a lot of self-esteem. This is someone who has a great work ethic. They have great values. They're very comfortable with where they are, right? They're very comfortable with where they are. This is someone who's super friendly with this Aquarius energy here. They are very progressive, innovative. They're very futuristic, looking towards the future, okay? Someone who's intelligent, altruistic, someone who is at times emotionally detached. Like they're not going to be as lovey-dovey as you might expect, okay? Because they're working towards a better future here. But we do have some hidden emotion here with Neptune coming in. They are very romantic when they want to be. Right? When they want to be. Right? Most of the time, though, they're just very super closed off about how they're feeling. So we're going to try to see how deep we can get into this today. But I do feel like we are going to have to pull it out of them because of the Neptune energy here. This is someone who likes to be very closed off. They like to let things sit in confusion, okay? But they are very spiritual. They're someone who has a great imagination. They love to do different things. They may be sending you messages through music. They also may be reminiscing about your times together, the memories that the two of you have had together, right? But this is someone who's very stable right now, and they do think about you a lot, it feels like. But let's get the down and dirty. I'm just going to go with my normal decks today and bring out any of the other ones that I usually use in these readings because I want it to be raw today. So keeping that in mind, okay, I just want you to know, pile one, we're just keeping it raw today. I do feel like this person does keep an eye on you, though. Like, they're constantly looking at where you're at, what you're doing, what's going on. Like, maybe I feel like you have not posted a whole lot on social media or anything like that. Like, you're kind of keeping to yourself. And so it kind of drives this person nuts because they don't have any way of, like, connecting with you now. So it does feel like there is no communication here in this situation, but that could just be the energy that's given off here. They do want a fresh start with you, and it does feel like before they were, maybe you guys had a connection before and they just weren't giving you anything in that connection, right? Like maybe they were just very detached, and that detachment just kind of led to the fact that this wasn't going to work out for you. So source, what are this person's intentions for pile number one? Tell us the nitty gritty. Let's get down with it. What are this person's intentions for pile number one? It does feel like you're a little bit nervous. Yeah, it does feel like you're a little bit nervous of finding out exactly what this person wants with you or what they would like to do with you. And source is just saying, like, don't worry. Like, even if it's not exactly what you want, there are always plenty of fish in the sea. Even if you wanted it to be this person, just remember that there are always more people out there, and there's going to be somebody who's more aligned with your journey. Not better, not worse, just more aligned with where you're at on your journey. Thank you, source. So let's see what we got on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, we have the King of Swords. So there's an element of truth here. This could be a Gemini that we are dealing with. This person does want to come in and tell you some sense of truth where they were before. Like, it feels like they're the ones that caused this situation to kind of go awry. You know, like they just weren't willing to open up to you. And then one day it feels like you came in and you set these emotional boundaries. You said, enough is enough. Like, I'm done with this. I can't do this. So it does feel like this person does want to come in. There could be an apology on the horizon. It's not for sure, but this person does. It's almost like this person has this element of, I have money, I have a ton of money, I'm so secure, I'm so stable, like I can basically get everything that I want, but I was never able to get pile number one. Yeah. And they could have left you, or they could have let things kind of fizzle out because of peer pressure or because of trying to impress their family. Yeah, this person has an air of conceit about them. They want to tell you something, though. They want to tell you what they were, like, why they let things happen the way that they did. It does feel like this is someone from your past, okay? Like, that's the energy that I'm getting here. It does feel like someone from your past here. And it does feel like they want to tell you, like, oh my gosh, like, I was stuck in this place of trying to impress people who didn't even matter. And that's why I did the things that I did to you. Like, that's why I couldn't show up the way that I wanted to. And so I had to go and work on myself. But this person's very secretive about that stuff. Like, they don't like sharing that side of themselves. And so they put on this mask of arrogance, okay? And I feel like Source is going to tell us what this person wants with you, but I feel like the thing is here is that this person wants to say these things right now. They want to tell you. This is their higher self coming in saying, I put on this mask of arrogance and conceit, like I'm better than everybody, or like no one has the same position that I have, and like, well, maybe I've been successful in life, I've also had a lot of upsets, and I don't feel very strong, I don't feel very grounded, I don't feel very good about things right now. I'm very much stuck in my mind and constantly thinking about you. And I don't feel like this person's intentions are necessarily bad. Like, it's not bad, it's just that they have a lot of their own internal situations going on here. Right? Definitely we have all the air signs out. We have Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini out on the table here. We also have Leo energy as well. But this person just, like, for as much as they want to communicate to you, they get stuck in their head. And it's like every time they try to come forward to communicate something to you, every time they try to come forward and say, hey, I messed up, I'm the one that messed up. That's what they want to say here. I feel like that's this person's intentions overall, is just to come forward and say, I messed up. Is there any way we can fix this? And ultimately, they're going to leave it up to you, but they realize that they're the ones that got in their own way and they lost something special. And it's like that. It's like, you can have a big head all you want. Like, you can sit here and pretend that money is going to get you everything in the world. And yeah, it is, but it's not going to buy you happiness. And it feels like they had happiness with you. Pile 1. It feels like they had happiness with you, and that happiness fizzled out as soon as they didn't have access to you anymore, and they don't understand why. They can't find it anywhere else, and now they're just tired of trying to go to other people to see if they're going to be like you. They realize that you're one of a kind, and I feel like this person wants to come to you and say, it's like, I let everyone else dictate the way that I was supposed to live my life because I didn't feel like I was strong enough to take the lead. And now their intentions are, I just want to tell you the truth. I feel like overall, though, this person's a good person. Like, it just made a mistake, right? But their mistake hurt you, and they know that, and they're aware of that, but they still just made a mistake. And it's like, it's not to invalidate your feelings or what you're going through at all. You're absolutely valid in feeling hurt, and like, it's like betrayal of sorts, right? It's like, yeah, it feels like that, but it's also this person trying to explain, like, I really messed up. Like, I thought I knew better, but I didn't realize I was listening to the hurt part of myself. Like, my wounded self was basically telling me it knew better than my spirit. And now my spirit's coming in and saying, look, you did the wrong thing here. Yeah, so they searched for money. They figured, you know what, if I can't have pile 1, I'm going to go and find riches, and I'm going to get riches, and they did, and they found money. They built up some sort of money, and they're still pressured by people around them to do certain things. This could be why they're actually very successful, is because the people around them are like, well, you know, first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the girls, right? Like, okay. I feel like that saying has come up actually twice in a reading, like in the last week and a half. So it's like, this could be that same energy. Maybe you picked that pile from that other reading. I honestly could not even tell you what pile it was, nor which reading it was on, but I do remember it coming up in another reading. And so if that's you, you know who it is and you know what's going on. But it's like this person, that's exactly what they felt. Like, it's like they felt like, oh, I got to get money first, and then I'll be perceived and respected in life. And when I'm perceived and respected in life, then perceived as this good person, then pile 1 will want something to do with me. And I feel like for you, it was all about loyalty. It wasn't about the money, but this person is a loyal, and that's what's so frustrating, is this person's a loyal person. Yeah, this person's a very loyal person. They're a very good looking person. They could also have multiple people coming after them, you know, with both of these queens here. But overall, I feel like their intentions are to tell you how they feel about you. They feel like you're a very attractive person. They feel like you're very nurturing and grounded, and that you help keep them on the ground. Like, you help keep them in a place where they can make it through. You know, especially with this 10 of Wands on the bottom and the upright. It's like talking about you guys had a friendship. You had some sort of connection. And they feel like you're the only person that they can go through life with as like a true ride or die. Like you're a real road dog, you know, like you're somebody who will always be there for them and making sure that they're on the right path. And they feel like they can do that for you too. But they're just like, I feel like the intention here is that they really messed up. Yeah, we have, look, it's interesting because anytime that the Knight of Swords is in reverse and the World is in reverse, okay, but we have the World in the upright. But if the World were in reverse, this is like compounding the fact that this person is a super conceited, arrogant person, right? And that's exactly the World. If it was just one word to describe it, it's arrogance or conceit. Arrogance and conceit. Like it's this very difficult energy to work with. But this person has come to terms with the fact that they're the ones that messed up. They're no longer in this place of like, oh, it's because of pile one and them doing this, or because pile one is like that, or because pile one did that, or because of pile one doing this. Like that's not what it's about for them anymore. Like they realize they're like, I really screwed this one up. I really screwed this one up. Could be a Scorpio that you're dealing with as well. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, but they found that because they cut you out of their life and they're dealing with that, or because they messed up and you cut them out of your life, you cut them out of your life. They're dealing with the unhappiness that comes from that, the deep, deep, dark illusions that they've had to face. And it was like, at first they didn't want to work on this. At first they didn't want to put it together, but they were so brokenhearted. Like this is something that really tore them up. And that's what made them grow out of it. It's like they never thought that they were going to lose you. And so this person's intentions are to come back. I feel like, honestly, the basis of this reading is an apology. Like, I'm sorry. They don't want to talk about their emotions. They don't want to talk about how they're feeling. They just want to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did what I did because I didn't realize how important you were to me. I didn't realize how much you meant to me. Okay? Yeah. And there's some sense of nurturing here. It's like they miss your nurturing. They miss that you gave to them. They miss that you loved them, that you were the one person that showed up. Like they felt invisible to the world, but they always felt like you shined a light on them. That you saw them for who they were. Like even their darkness, like you still accepted that aspect of them. You never once judged them for the things that they felt like everybody else judged them for. And so when you were gone, they had to spend a lot of time in this stillness to understand. And it's just an understanding, you know, it's like that. It's like, wouldn't you rather have someone who acknowledges that they made a mistake instead of being in that arrogant energy for the rest of their life? Yeah, it hurt. Yeah, it was upsetting. Yeah, they could have maybe done better, but we've all done that. All of us. I don't think anybody is exempt from that. Hughes without sin cast the first stone. None of us can, right? So we have number 33 on the bottom here. And 3 is all about your angels are with you. This is all about creativity, right? It's just about change here with Chameleon. It's like they're ready to stand out and be who they are. They want, it feels like this person is like so excited about the fact that they realize they can be who they are without wearing a mask. And the only person they want to tell is you. But the only person that they can't tell is you. And it's kind of like put them in this place of like, wow, I never knew that I would ever get to this point where it's like, all I want to do is tell pile one about all the changes that I've done. Like they're the only person that I feel like would be excited for me and that I can get excited with. And that I could celebrate life with. And right now, you know, they realize that they didn't show up the way that they were supposed to. They didn't. With honeybee and reciprocity here. They just didn't. They didn't give you equal give and take. That just didn't happen. It's like basically I feel like you gave a lot, pile one, and this person was breadcrumbing you. I feel like that's exactly what happened. And they miss having you around. Like I feel like this person, if you guys had some sort of physical relationship, they miss that. I feel like the other thing here is that this person misses giving you a hug. They just miss having you around near them, being able to touch you. Like if they just touch your shoulder or your arm or your hand, like that's something that was very important to them. It says a tender touch can mean so much. Yeah, they just miss having you around. This person's sad. And I can hear someone on here, well, good, they deserve to be sad. Remember, when you mess up and you're sad, Like, do you really feel like you deserve to be sad? I mean, it's just an interesting question to ask yourself. And that's why we're trying to see it from their point of view. Yeah, maybe they hurt you really bad, but maybe you didn't know the whole story, right? Especially with the Neptune energy coming out, it does feel like there's a side of this story that we're still not getting privy to. Like, we're seeing that there was definitely some repressed energy coming through here, some issues with home life, some issues with communication. These are all childhood traumas that they weren't able to handle when they came into contact with you. And so it's like your absence is what forced them to grow into this King of Swords energy, away from this King of Wands energy in the reverse. So this could have been somebody who was a player. This could have been someone who did a lot, who is very much into the sexual side of things, but they're also now in this place of trying to find balance in their mindset. And so we have Wolf Spirit here with turn knowledge into wisdom. That's exactly what they're doing. So their intention is to show you that they've changed. With Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. Like, it wasn't for nothing, right? Love is all around. Nightingale Spirit here with 41. Yeah, it's like they changed because of your absence, and they knew they had to. And now that they've changed, they don't know how to come towards you. So look, we have South Node destined to release. Their intentions here were all along to release these old habits, but they just couldn't. It was a combination of tension and flow. You have potential in a rewarding situations. There was a lot of tension between the two of you, and when you let go, you finally came into a place of flow. And so now this person was able to find their potential, and that's the reward. It may not felt rewarding for you, but you also went on to find your potential. And so this person was destined to release all that deep, dark energy from within, that heaviness. So we have mutable energy here with Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. This is exactly that type of energy that they're in right now. They're learning to change. They're learning to be honest, even if it hurts. You know, the King of Swords is not somebody who's going to beat around the bush. They're not going to try and sweet talk their way out of things. They can be a smooth talker, but usually that's when it's in reverse. It's someone who will tell you all those sweet nothings. You have him in the upright here, and this is literally saying that I want to be honest at all costs. I want to be clear at all costs. I want to be truthful with myself at all costs. I don't want anybody else to be dragged into this situation because I can't be honest with myself. Realizing that this is a very protected connection, even if it doesn't feel like it right now, right? It might be like, why is it protected? Like, it was just difficult. Well, even if it was difficult, there was still so much that you both learned from each other. Even if you choose not to be with this person again, that's okay. There's no right or wrong answer for anybody, right? You have to choose what you feel is right for you. What they're saying here is that there's a protection around both of you because of this connection, because of this situation that you went through. You both learned so much about you, about them, about you, and so on and so forth. And there's this deep, deep protection here, and remembering that you are protected. So this is something that's scary that's coming back into your life, that you no longer have a need to be fearful of it because you're so much stronger than you once were. We have number 5 here, simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. And I feel like this person will come back trying to give you a gift. I do feel like that. They're going to show kindness and compassion towards you in a way that they haven't before. Okay, they're going to be real. They're going to try to be real. So I feel like this person's intentions is to apologize and hope for the best. Then we have number 47 here with use your mind wisely. Yeah, this person's gone through a spiritual awakening since your absence. Okay, and they're trying their best to not get stuck in the mind chatter, but at the same time, they're doing their best to be honest and integrable about how they show up. Let's get some yin yang cards on it, Source. Thank you. Yeah, they're in their North Node now. I love that. What else would you like to say about this? What are this person's intentions for pile number 1, Source? What are this person's intentions? Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have change. changes. Yeah, they're going through a lot of changes. They're forming a new solid foundation, a new structure. That's what this person wants to tell you. They've changed. That's what I was saying. Like, that's the feeling that I've gotten all along, is that they changed. Oh my gosh, I changed. And all I want to do is tell pile 1, but I can't even tell pile number 1. So these two flipped over. We have decisions and North Node, cosmic purpose. I feel like this connection forced you both to find your north, your true north, like what you're meant to do, right? But you both had to decide what was best for you. And they made their decision. Even if they didn't make a decision, they still made a decision, right? Silence is still a decision. And you decided to choose the road that was best for you. And this person recognizes that, but they also have been forced into their own purpose as well. And realizing that there was a lot of toxicity between the two of you, right? Remembering it's not that you're a toxic person. We all have toxic traits. Some of us are enablers and others of us are perpetrators. It's just the way that it is. That's when toxicity even grows, is because you have codependence. Somebody is the enabler and somebody's the perpetrator. That's what codependence is. And so it was like this detachment here actually brought clarity onto what these the toxic patterns were in both of your lives, why you felt bound by this situation. And so now things are getting balanced out. This person knows that. They're balancing out their own life as well. But I do feel like this person does want to apologize. Yeah, so we have Saturn here. Contracts, career commitments until debt tear us apart. So there's definitely an ending to this situation here. A definite ending that's coming through. And I feel like they are trying to figure out the best way to contact you. And realizing that they're not going to be able to connect with you unless they say the right thing. And that sounds so weird because there's no right or wrong thing to say. But it's like maybe before they made it seem like this was nothing. Like, oh, you know what, whatever, it's no big deal. I can just show up whenever I want. And pile 1 is they're just always going to be there. And it was that very energy that drove you away. Yeah, and there's a lot of alchemy here. Like, you both have manifested a lot of different things in your lives because of this situation that's happened. So this person's intentions are pure. They're definitely pure, but again, it's ultimately, and they know this, it's going to be up to you. So we do have this, and I believe that this is Mott, right? And she's carrying these jewels on her head. It's like you've gained so much wisdom from this. You've gained so much wisdom out of just the journey in itself. We have number 2, interesting, 22 and 33. So you get a lot, you may see a lot of repeat numbers. The benefactor, I enjoy life now as I take steps to realize my new tomorrow. So you're constantly stepping towards the future. I feel like you force this person to step towards the future. I'm going to read this a little bit out of the book and see what it says. Let's see if you can see it there. It says, sometimes everything is going just as it should be, even if it doesn't appear that way on the surface. And some of the problems you may be experiencing are really there for your own good. At some time in the near or distant past, you were very helpful to another person. I love that this is what this is saying. Remember that you will reap the rewards for your good deeds. Your good luck may be manifesting in ways that seem to be making your life more hectic and confrontational on many fronts. Do not despair. They are pointing out the areas in your life that need to be worked on. Your greatest challenge now is to maintain a positive attitude when things do not appear to be going the way you want. All you must do is follow your heart, taking small steps forward on your path, and do what you know is right. Allow your intuition to work unfettered by the false belief that it is realistic to doubt yourself and your right to live a life of quality and meaning as you define it. Yeah, so I do feel like Source is coming in saying it's like whatever you choose is right for you, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Right, there's nothing wrong with that. So this person's intentions, I do feel like overall, are to come in and give you an apology. But the karmic justice has been balanced within this connection. And even though at one point it was toxic, like that's not ever going to happen again. And that's why I was saying, like, I feel like if there's a fear that's coming through, Source is saying no longer fear that, because that's all balanced out. Like, you're in a strong place in your life. You are protected. You're in your true north right now. You're doing what you're meant to be doing. And this person, if they choose to come back, it's because they recognize something that they did that was wrong. And it's up to you what you choose to do with that. Okay, so if you feel like this is your reading, leave a blue heart down below and say, I alchemize my future. Let Source know that you're living in this higher vibrational energy. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 1, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful green aventurine, or if you were drawn to this image right here, then this is going to be a reading on what are this person's intentions for you. We're going to take a look at that later, keeping in mind that these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all the links below in the description box necessary to do so, where you can email me for a personal reading. I'll get you out further information from there. And you can also follow me on over to my podcast, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. So that being said, we'll go ahead and get into your reading. Real quick, I do want to mention that we are connecting with another person and their perspective of you. Remembering what comes through is in no way, shape, or form the truth of your characters. We're seeing life through their rose-colored glasses, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it and find out, Source. What are this person's intentions for pile number 2? What are this person's intentions for pile number 2? What can you tell us, Source? What are this person's intentions for pile number 2? What would you like us to know? What are this person's intentions for pile number 2? Okay, so we have the second house, we have Pisces energy, and we have Neptune. Okay. So this person would like to build something that's stable with you, as they're very dreamy and romantic with this Piscean energy coming through here. Definitely an in-love type of energy here. But if it's not a relationship, this is somebody who would just like to have a stable connection with you, right? So there are somebody who is very much focused on their work. They're very much focused on their values. They're very much focused on their comfort and their self-care and their priorities. And they are true romantic at heart. This is someone who's also very intuitive, dreamy. They like to romance the people they care about. This is someone who's very creative and spiritual, compassionate. They can be very sensitive. Okay, this is someone who's very artistic. They are seen as an old soul. And sometimes they do deal with and struggle with the savior complex. So keeping that in mind, they're still trying to deal with that, but they're very much on point with their psychic energy, their intuition. This person is very imaginative. They're very inspirational, and music is something that's very important to this person. And that was also another message from pile number 1, that they might send you messages through music. So that might be something that you are receiving here. But overall, this person, and I do feel like this person is very, very good looking. Like they're very handsome, or they're very beautiful. Like this is someone who's just very, almost like cartoony. Like they may have Pisces in their Neptune, and that's something that gives us that very, like, almost like you don't look real, but you are a real person. Like, how does that work? So I do feel like for some, this person is extremely attractive, and that's something to just let you know that this is the person that we're talking about. I do feel like this person does want something that's stable, though. They don't want it to be in the darkness, the unknown, the hidden. Right? Like they want it to be out in the open. They want things to be seen for what they are. They really do care about you. Let's see. Let's get some tarot on it and find out a little bit more of what it is that they want. What their intentions are. What are their intentions for pile number 2, Source? Like I split the deck and we have the Knight of Swords and the Pope. But yeah, this person wants to come in saying, I want to commit to you, pile 2. I want things to be secure. Like they want to have a future with you. And again, it doesn't have to be a love interest. Like this person is a very loving, romantic person. I feel like they romanticize a lot of things. They have a lot of hope here. A lot of hope. A lot of hope. They are definitely wishful thinking here. This is someone who definitely wants They want things to work out. So their intentions are good, right? But they're definitely dealing with a lot of anxiety here. So Source, what are this person's intentions for pile number 2? What can you tell us? What are this person's intentions for pile number 2? They may have gone through some difficult things. This is someone who may have gone through a lot of hardships in the past, and they're worried that that's old baggage is going to affect the way that they connect with you. What are this person's intentions for pile number 2, Source? What are this person's intentions? Yeah, they're just unclear of how to approach you. They're unclear of how to come forward to you. What are this person's intentions for pile number 2, Source? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, but you make them feel strong. Like, even though they're not sure how to approach you, like, they still, like, when they are capable of connecting with you, like, they feel strong. They feel like you get it. You get that they've been through a lot. You get that they've had to deal with a lot of really bad people in their life, like people who have been cruel to them, people who've manipulated them, people who've been ruthless to them because they're in a higher position or because they have a lot going on for them. And something that at one point they didn't want to face, but then eventually they realized that they were strong enough to face this, and they knew that they could overcome it. And they want to be able to overcome things with you. Like, they want to be able to connect with you. I do feel like you may see 111 a lot when this person is thinking of you. This person may also see 111 when they're thinking of you and wondering why. It feels like they're starting to make that connection. Yeah. This person's intentions. Okay. Interesting. We have a lot of romantic frustration coming out. Honestly, I feel like we'll get some clarifiers here, but what's coming through is not how they're going to approach you. Like, this is not what's coming through here. Like, even though these are all kind of, this is like negative, right? Like, this is like somebody who's a player, somebody who just wants to leave you heartbroken, somebody who's, you know, just unclear about life in general, what they want. What is coming through here is showing that this person has dealt with somebody that did this to them. Somebody who broke their heart. They're dealing with somebody who had, you know, maybe slept around on them. They're dealing with somebody who left them in this place of being completely brokenhearted. And when they connect with you, like, this could be recent, right? This could be recent what they're dealing with. But when they connect with you, like, you make them feel strong again. Right? Like, I feel strong again. I feel safe. I feel like I can accomplish anything. And this person's intentions are pure, but they've got so much going on in their mind. This could be a Gemini. This could be a Leo. This could be an Aries. It could be an Aquarius or a Libra as well. It could be Pisces or a Taurus. But this person is just very much in this place of, like, trying to figure out how to complete this cycle. Right? And it's interesting. We have 1111 coming out very strongly here. And 1111 is a very spiritual number. So I do feel like you were brought into their life to help them energetically heal this. I don't feel like you're actually physically doing anything except for being yourself. And I feel like you being yourself is what's energetically healing them, because it's like you are someone that they've always romanticized about. It's like, oh, I want somebody like pile 2, and they just kind of gave up after this last heartbreak. It's like, oh, no one like that exists. Like, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. And I feel like this person is, like, sworn off being with somebody. Like, they're like, I'm never gonna get into a relationship again. It's just too hard. It hurts too much. It's not even worth my time. And I feel like when you came in, you just kind of, like, blew them over. They were like, wait, hold on. Is pile 2 real? Are they really sincere like this? Are they true? Are they loyal? Are they honest? And it's like, I feel like you don't really talk to them very much, but I feel like just like when you show up, you're just you, and you never change. And this person is dealing with a lot internally right now. But they do want to share this with you. They do want to be able to come clean with you. I feel like this person just wants to be able to tell you that they like you. I mean, not even love you. Like, I feel like this person just wants to say, geez, I just like you. Pile 2, like, I want to make something of this. I want it to be stable. I don't want it to be a flight by night thing. Like, I want this to be a real situation. But they just got so much going on right now. They're just dealing with their own internal fears. So we have the Emperor coming out in the upright. Yeah, they're trying to really regain balance here from someone who broke their heart, right? Someone who left them hurt, but they really want love. They really do want love. This is somebody who, like, again, they feel hopeful. Like, you've given them hope that love can exist. Like, this person really thought that everybody was going to be in this energy of, like, leaving you out, down and out, just taking advantage, being heartless, basically. And there's somebody who's pretty stable. Like, they maybe have a lot of material things. They're very stable in the material realm because it's what they focused a lot of their energy on. Like, this person has just been, they've been through it and they're just like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. And they know that they've outgrown dealing with this situation. Like, even if it's still fresh, like, they know it's old news. Oh, that's like last Friday's news. Like, we don't need to be in that anymore, you know? And they want to move towards you, but it's slow. This is like a slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Move it slow motion for me. Ooh, I like it like that. She working that back. I don't know how to act slow motion for me. That's it. They don't know how to act slow motion. Right? And it's interesting here because you have this card coming out again too, the Four of Wands, but this time it's in the upright, even though it's in the same position as this one in this deck. This is in the upright. So it's like they want to build with you. They want to come out of this stalemate. They want to come out of this energy of feeling like they can't move forward. But it's like the thing that's on their mind that they're healing from is a partnership that's fallen apart, a divorce. Could be a divorce. This could be just a relationship that went awry, whatever it is. It's like, that's why they're saying it's slow. I want to take this slow. Because they really do like you, pile 2. This is someone who really likes you. And they want to take it slow because they want to make sure that how they're viewing you is how you are. Even though there's always going to be some discrepancies with that, right? Yeah. There's always going to be some discrepancies with that. And they're saying, too, just to be careful because this person does have a tendency to overspend. So they may overspend trying to impress you. And that may be something that you could tell them, like, hold on, like, you don't have to go that far for me. Or the problem is that this person is dealing with a money situation right now in regards to their ex. And that's why they're not coming forward. And so once they get that taken care of, then they're going to want to come forward. Because I feel like this person's super grounded. They just went through a really bad situation when it came to love. They just got the short end of the stick. I mean, I feel like you probably can relate to that. And they know that you can relate to that, right? But they just feel like it's just an unfair situation that they're dealing with. And they really, really are trying to work on being their best selves. But sometimes they do get into this energy of feeling completely deflated. But then you came along and you showed them that it's okay to be happy, and that's what they want. They want to manifest this happiness with you. Like, it's very clear, like, this person has very sincere intentions with you, but right now they're just dealing with this injustice, you know. And then they're also dealing with the fact and the guilt that they judged everybody, that, oh my gosh, like, a love like this doesn't exist. And then they met you, and now they're like dealing with that guilt that comes from that, like, oh, I was just totally wrong, right? I was just totally wrong with it. I do feel like you may also see 444 a lot, or 88. Yeah, 88. You may see that a lot. This is talking about stability. This person's trying to find a stable place, even though overall they're pretty foundational and set in their ways and they know who they are. This could be someone that's much older than you too, or someone who is older than you. It's an interesting energy coming through. But yeah, it does feel like this is someone who's experienced, like, you've experienced as much life as this person has experienced, but they're older than you and they have more experience in maybe the workplace or something like that. Like, there's something they have more experience in regards to. But I do feel like that's why this person admires you and adores you so, is because when they see you, they're like, oh, I see my equal with pile 2. Like, it feels very fresh. Like, it feels like this is something that's new or newer. And whatever this old energy is that's coming through the heartbreak, it's like that's something that's not new to them. Like, they knew that it was going to happen a while ago. This isn't something that they just willy-nilly decided, oh, I can't be with this person. Like, no, they knew it was coming. They knew it was coming. And And that whole time that they just spent, they spent alone. I was just going to say in solitude, and then the solitude card flew out. But I didn't have a chance to even say it because it came out while I was thinking it. So it's like, that's what Source is saying. Yeah, they spent so much time in solitude, alone. Right? They knew it was coming for a while. And so I feel like this person just kind of locked themselves up and was dealing with the internal side of that so that they could move on from this. And then they began to focus their energies on things that were actually rewarding to them, like getting money, working, building, whatever it was that they were doing. It's like that's what they really focused on. This person was so focused on that. And now they're an emperor, and it feels like somebody's coming towards them. It does feel like, honestly, for some, this does, and especially with justice here, this does feel like there is a legal situation here. We don't have the knight or the page of swords here, but it does feel like I was getting that even before the justice came out. Like, it feels like this is like a divorce, or there's something legal that's connecting this too. We do have peace flying out with number 1 again. Number 1. That's all this person wants is peace. They just want peace in their life. And when they observe you, they see you as somebody who's a very peaceful individual, and they really enjoy that. Like, that's something that they're really drawn to. And I feel like this person just wants to know how to say. But we have release and secrets on the bottom with Watcher. Yeah, this person's watching you, but they've got a lot of releasing to do right now. I don't think they're going to come forward right now. I do feel like this is just going to be slowly building, slowly going. Slow and steady she goes. And not to rush it. Like, that's the one thing that is coming through here, is not to rush this. There's no reason to rush this. Like, there's a reason that this is supposed to go so slow and steady, especially with 4s coming out. We're talking about building foundations, right? And that's the thing. Yeah, look, look at what's on the bottom. Slow down. Pause and allow things to unfold with number 9 here. Yeah, it's like slow and steady. Like that. I can't get over that feeling. Like, that's something that is for sure. It feels so like I got to take a step back. I really got to let things slow down. I really got to let things unfold here. Because there's something about building a foundation that's so important here. We have, oh, you got 2. Okay. We believe in yourself with Squirrel Spirit and Watch and Wait. Yeah, so just believe in possibilities, believe in miracles here. And I feel like with Watch and Wait, like, you're going to see things happen. And I feel like this person is going to eventually come through with life is speeding up on the bottom, Antelope Spirit. Like, this person's going to come, one day they're going to come rushing in and they're going to be like, I really like you. And you're going to be surprised. And they're saying just to have fun and be playful and flirty and, you know, just keep being you. That's what this person really likes, is you. They just like you being you. That's something that, like, you never had to change yourself for this person. They don't want you to change. They want you to be you. That's what this person wants. They really like that. And I do feel like they have a lot of good intentions for you. Even though we do have a lot of negative cards, it's just what they're going through right now. We have early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. So they are going to come through and they're going to communicate this right now. They're healing childhood wounds. That's what they're facing right now. It's something that's difficult, right? And for those of us that have healed childhood wounds, we know it's not easy. It ain't easy. Look, number 1 again. Yeah, so 1 is a very powerful number when it comes to your connection. We have listen with your heart. You are listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. This is what they're being taught right now. They're being taught to listen with a loving heart. And you're helping with that. Like, you're helping them to see things from the bigger picture. Like, and you might not even be doing anything. It's just because you're the energy that they've been dreaming about their whole lives. Like, you're helping to soften their hardened heart. And that's what's going on here. Opposition, imbalance, a power, point of tension, and a power struggle. Yeah, so it does feel like this is what they're going through right now. This is what they're learning to soften to. Okay? Because there's that imbalance, this injustice when it came to love, right? They really believed that love didn't exist, and then they met you, and it was almost like a love at first sight. I feel like it had more to do with, yes, they're attracted to you. Like I was saying, this person's very attractive. I feel like you're also very attractive, but I feel like the thing is it was more than that. I feel like this person was attracted to your energy more than anything. Like, this was something on a very deep, deep level that they couldn't even explain. And then the more they got to know you, the more they're like, wait, hold on. Like, this is somebody that I've always wanted in my life, and I didn't even know. It's almost like the minute you met, they're like, oh, hi, it's you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hi, it's you. You're my person. Like, I know you. I don't know you, but I know you. Like, hi, it's you. Okay, wow, that was a ton of energies. I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I feel like they feel really bad for not saying something. Like, we have karma and balance with justice here. So something's definitely being balanced here, but we have apology and forgiveness coming through here. Like, this person is going to come through and say they're sorry for what it is that they've done. Like, I feel like they haven't really even done anything wrong. I feel like they're just going to apologize for not showing up the way that they could have. But right now they're like stuck in the memories of the bad, in the badlands, right? The things that were very toxic to them, the things that had them bound, the patterns that they were living in, the reflection and the projections that they were dealing with. These are things that they're facing right now. Okay, they want me to go this way. Realizing that their beliefs had them feeling disconnected from themselves. And you help them see that, like, oh my gosh, like, the belief that I had was wrong. Like, right, that struggle that they're dealing with is that love doesn't exist. And then you came into their life and they're like, oh no, love does exist. They're going through a rebirth, right? Changing, transformation because of this attraction, right? Mars and hot, like, you came in like a wrecking ball. Came in like a wrecking ball. Right? Like, seriously, I don't actually know how that song goes. I just know that line. So that may mean something though, but it does. It feels like you just came in out of nowhere, out of left field, and this person was just, whoa. And so you helped them let go of their self-know. They were clinging. And right now I feel like they are still clinging on to that, but they are learning how to surrender and to let this go. It's not easy though. Right? Let's check out what your card is. You do feel like, see, like, they do love you a lot. Like, I feel like they want something with you. Right now, the angels are guiding them home. They're helping everything come into alignment here. Right? The pathway to love. I feel like you both have actually been trying to manifest one another, and you didn't know it was the other person until you met one another. Yeah, the romantics. I allow romance to touch my heart every day. With number 29, which is 11 in numerology again. So ones are very powerful for you. Let's check this out. I'm going to read this out of the book a little bit. The romantics. All right. So it says, modes of behavior, beliefs, friends, and family, and even a place we've lived in for years can start to look strangely different when seen through the eyes of one in love. Many people become addicted to the intoxication of romance, feeling touched by great fortune and feeling caution, throwing caution to the wind. For them, romance comes in short, contrived bursts rather than a sustained lifetime of affection that soulmates enjoy. It is impossible to know whether a romance is going to last, which makes it one of the most maddening and most exciting experiences of our lives. It seems so vastly important. And it may very well be. If you've truly found your other half, the first blush of romance deepens and gets better in ways that you cannot imagine. The reason romance feels so good is because it's very similar to being with your soulmate. The difference is when you're with your soulmate, there is no doubt, which we can assure you is a heavenly way to live. And that's why I'm saying, like, this person doesn't doubt wanting to come forward. It's just dealing with the internal issues that they're going through. Like, not at all are they like, oh my gosh, like, is that my person? Like, no, that's exactly what I was feeling like. It's like when you guys met each other, they're like, oh, hi, it's you. And you're like, oh yeah, hi, it's you. It's like you knew each other, but there's just so much going on that they're releasing from right now. So much karmic debts that they're letting go of. But it's like you both have manifested each other without realizing that you manifested each other. That's what it feels like. So this person does have good intentions for you. It's just right now they're going through it. Like, they're dealing with it. Okay. And they are dealing with it. It's not like, oh, they're going through it, but they're not really. No, this person is dealing with it. Okay. They are going through it and they're dealing with it. So this is what I have for you, pile number 2. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the little balance, the scales down below, and say, I've balanced my karma so I can receive my love. So you let source know you're calling in this higher vibrational energy. And give me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow humans, and this is if you were drawn to this beautiful peach moonstone, or if you were drawn to this image here on this card. This is going to be a reading on what are this person's intentions for you. Keep in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy. You can also support the channel further by checking out the description box, where you will find all the links necessary. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get back out to you with some more information. You can also follow me on over to my podcast, where it's a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. I do hope to see you there. So one thing to keep in mind is that we are connecting with someone else's vision of you, how they perceive you, and seeing you through their rose-colored glasses, remembering that whatever comes through is not the truth of your character. So that being said, let's go ahead and find out what this person's intentions are for pile number 3, Source. What would you like to say? What are this person's intentions for pile number 3? What messages would you like to come through? What are this person's intentions for pile number 3? Okay, so we do have the first house with the North Node and Pisces energy. Wow, this is like Final Destination. That's seriously what I just heard. So, this person, they know that you're like on their path for a reason. Like, this is somebody who recognizes that you're meant to be in their life. Okay, again, I don't know if this is someone that is romantic or what. I mean, you can have romance here with the Piscean energy, right? That's someone who's very romantic, likes to romance the person they care about, very dreamy, very mystical, very intuitive. But this is something that's destined for your path. Right? This is something that you cannot get away from, no matter how much you want to. It cannot, like, that's it. It's just a part of your path. And this is somebody who is very focused on their personal life, their appearance, their independence, their individuality, their first impressions. I feel like they were very impressed by your first impression, and how they view the world is very similar to how you view the world. I feel like that all lines up. I feel like you both line up in a very unique way. It feels like this person may be here to teach you a very valuable lesson, but it does feel like overall this person understands that you're a very unique individual, and they know that they're meant to be on your path. It does feel like this person may be here to help you with something as well, but let's see what the cards say and see what else comes through. Let me go ahead and put those up there. And let's get some tarot on it. Yeah, it does feel like, it's funny because the flame went out right when I started your reading, so that's nice. But yeah, it does feel like this is something like helping you release the past. They're going to help you believe more in yourself. Oh, let's see. Source, what are this person's intentions with pile number 3? Yeah, like they recognize your sadness, and they recognize, like, you may not say anything, of this person like recognizes who you are at your soul level. But I'm not getting like this is a love, like a romantic love. It doesn't feel like a romantic love. This feels like someone who's meant to be in your peer group. I don't know. It's just interesting because it does not feel like love at all. But it does feel like they care about you deeply. Like they really do care about you. This is someone who is really inspired by you, and they want to help you become a better version of yourself. They want to be there to help support you. Source, what is this person's intentions for pile number 3? Thank you. Yeah, they've noticed that it's taking you a long time to get to where you are. Like if you're on the spiritual journey, it's taking you a long time to become where you're, like, become enlightened where you're at. And you know, enlightenment is going to be a lifetime journey. There's never like, oh, I'm totally fully enlightened. Like, you know. Source, what are this person's intentions for pile number 3? What are this person's intentions? Thank you. It feels like this person just sees you, though. That's what it feels like. It feels like this person really sees you. What are this person's intentions for pile number 3? Thank you. What are this person's intentions for pile number 3, Source? What are this person's intentions for pile number 3? Thank you. Yeah, like, for sure. Feels like there's a process here. Yeah. They definitely are drawn to you in a lot of unique ways, right? They see how you're closed. I feel like you're closed off about who you are in some places. Like you don't show who you are to many people, and that's fine, right? That's perfect. But I feel like this person, regardless if you show it or not, like they just know who you are. They're like, oh look, yeah, yeah, and they're like committed to helping you find. Look at all these positive energies. Like this is something that's like super like this is somebody who could be a mentor with the Pope card here, right? This is someone who could be here to help you. That's what I'm feeling like. It feels like they're here to help you. Like you've been asking for someone to see you, and this person immediately recognized you. And they realize that you've been done dirty in life, and they want to help you make a healthier choice to being secure in who you are. Like they don't want you to fear who you are. It's like you may have been fearing yourself to show yourself to this person, and maybe when you showed a little bit, this person's like, yeah, you're totally that person. Like you should be happy about who you are, not feeling so hemmed in, not feeling so stuck. Yeah, these are cards I was seeing while I was shuffling, and it's interesting that they came out in exactly the same way I was seeing them. Yeah, they want you to see the beginning after the darkness. This is what this person wants you to see. It's like, yeah, maybe you've been judged. Maybe you've been through a lot. Maybe you've been through a lot of upsetting situations, but that's no reason to stop being the truth of who you are. So this person does want to help you recognize your potential. Like it feels like you're doing something brand new, like you just started something brand new, and this person sees your potential. They see the truth of that, and they want to help you gain a better traction in that. But it's also helping you to believe in yourself. Like they want you to know that they're there to support you after. It feels like you've been through it with family, with peers, with people who you've shared something with. Like maybe I'm getting like writing a book. Maybe you wrote a book and you shared it with the people that you're closest to, and they were all like, oh, this is stupid. Like, why would you write this? Or, whatever it was. And then you met this person and you're like, yeah, I like to write. And they're like, of course you do. And they're like, have you written anything? And you're like, well, and they're like, yes, you have. You need to share it with me. And so you shared them an excerpt, and they're like, oh my gosh, you're an amazing writer. Like, you need to keep writing. Like, I'm so glad you wrote this. It's very entertaining. It's very good. And you're like, really? Because everybody else has said it's poop. And, this person's like, don't listen to those people. But they also recognize that those people have made you feel insecure and insignificant because they couldn't just say a good thing about you. They couldn't say a nice thing about you. And this person definitely feels like they're here to help you see things from a bigger perspective. Like they're being guided by something much bigger. You're being guided by something much bigger. And the Pope can always, it can point to commitment, yes, but in this, I'm not getting that. Like, it feels like this is someone who wants to help assist you. Like, it feels like someone wants to help bring justice into your life. Like, you shouldn't be made small because of the people around you. Like, it's unfair that people have made you feel like you needed to be insignificant. And so they're coming into your life as it's like a prayer being answered by source. Like, this person's coming into your life to help you recognize the power that you hold within yourself. Because you've already put yourself in enough small places, like tried to like curl up in your shell and not be seen. And this person, without even knowing you, knew who you were. Whoa. Did you see all those cards like flew out? Yeah, they're tired of seeing injustice done to you. And they recognize that it's that difficulties that you've been through that's made you set up such strong boundaries, right? Like you don't want people to know who you are. You don't want people to see you. You don't want people to get close to you because of that. And this person's like, hold on, like I want to get close to you, but they're also not going to be like super pushy about it. Like they're going to open up the door as much as they can, right? Because they know that there's times when it's like, this has put you in a place where it's like forced you into hermit mode, but also it's forced you into solitary confinement. And that's been hard for you. Like how that landed is very, very significant Because it's showing, it's like you're afraid to move forward here because of the past situations, whether that's arguments or, you know, just mental suffering here, like anguish and emotional hurt and pain, and how it like flew out and landed exactly between these two cards. It's like showing how it's tying it together here, and how that card landed perfectly over here. Right? Like, it's like just showing, like, they see that your reversal of fortune, like, why you're not brave or why you're not more confident with who you are is the hardships that you've gone through with other people. And you forced yourself into solitary confinement. And this person's like trying to be a friend and trying to get you to open up a little bit more and trying to get you to come out of your shell because they see your potential and they recognize a bit of themselves in you, I feel. And so they know how to be there for you. They also know how to sit back and let you judge whether or not this is good for you. They're not going to be someone that's like, oh no, you have to do this. Like, they're not going to be that person, but they're going to do their best to encourage you to show up. Yeah, to come out of your shell from situations that have left you feeling like you were at the disposal of everybody else's thoughts and opinions, and feeling like you had no control over how people saw you, which you don't, but like the people who were supposed to be there for you didn't, and you were doing this amazing thing that made you feel amazing, and you're overcoming the negativity, but it's still holding on. It's still holding on. It's still making you feel stuck. And that's what they're here for. They're here to help you overcome that. They're here to help you get through that. And so this person has good intentions for you, but they are also not going to, this is not somebody who's going to bum rush you either. Like, they're not going to do that. This is someone who's very patient. They're very open. They're very accepting. This is a very loving individual. This could be a Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Sag, Gemini, Aquarius, Virgo, or Libra. Doesn't have to be. We also have Pisces and Aries energy up here with the dice. But again, it doesn't have to be any of those signs. It's just that's what's coming through here. It feels like when you begin to believe in yourself, this person's going to rush in with all this knowledge and give it to you. They're just going to be like, hey, you could try this, or you can do that, or did you know about this, or did you know about this book that you could read, or this group that you could go to? Did you know about this community over here that you can connect with? Did you know about that? This person just wants to help you be better. And they know that you're already doing what you're meant to be doing. Even before you recognize that, like, you're like, oh, is that really what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, this person's like, yeah, you're doing what you're meant to be doing. Like, this is a life you're meant to have. You're meant to experience good things, and you're worthy of good things. But it's like, yeah, you've set up strong emotional boundaries. And this person notices that you're not going to let them in easy. Like, you're not just going to open the door for them. And they would never ask you to. They would never be like, oh, you should just trust me. Like, they also notice that there's a reason for this. And they respect that. And they respect your boundaries. And they respect the fact that you need time to open up and to be able to connect in a deeper way. Because not everybody's going to be able to do that. And so they recognize that it's been difficult for you. And so this person does want to come through and be a strong person for you. They want to be here for you. And they want to be able to commit to you finding the truth of who you are and helping you make that decision. And also with the 7 of Coins here, it's showing that what you're doing is something that not everybody even understands or agrees with. We have 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8 right here. Right? And they realize that. And they realize that what it is it's unique. And they're like not here to make you feel bad about it like everyone else maybe has. So what if you do something that's not the same as everyone else? You know, it's really boring living the same life as everyone else. And that's in all aspects. Yeah, they want you to stay vigilant. They want you to keep going because they know that you're really good at whatever you do. Maybe you're an artist or something like that. You know, I keep getting the writer, but it could be anything. Like maybe you're an artist, or maybe you just do something very spiritual, or you own your own business or something, or this is like a hobby that you do that you don't really share a whole lot with, and this person recognized it right off the bat. Yeah, and they don't want you to feel like you need to be all clouded all the time anymore. They don't want you to feel like this. They want you to see how powerful you are, that you can shine brighter than the moon and be authentic. Yeah, this definitely feels like somebody who's meant to help you on the next stint of your journey. That's definitely what it feels like. Whoa. Yeah, sacrifice with Bull. So we do have Taurian energy here. This is someone who's seen you sacrifice, even though they don't know your story, or maybe they do know your story, but I feel like this person doesn't know your story, and I still feel like they know and they understand that you've had to sacrifice because they recognize your family traumas. And they see that you've taken on a lot of responsibility just to find your happiness. But then with the dog and companion here, they want to be your friend. This is somebody who wants to be your friend. They want to be there for you. Pile 3, they want to help support you. They want you to feel good about yourself. They don't want you to feel like you're in this place of always having to deny people access to your energy because no one respects you or no one actually values you. This person really does value you. I do feel like they may be older than you. They don't have to be, but I do feel like this person's older than you. It just feels like this person holds a lot of wisdom. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're old. They could just be an older soul, right? They could be younger than you, but they could be an older soul than you. And why they have more wisdom is because they've had more lifetimes. But it does feel like this person's older. It does feel like they have something to offer you. And so we do have 44 on the bottom. Get to know each other. Learn to meet another's needs. While this can be seen as romantic, but I do feel like this is something that's just showing like it's important for the two of you to get to know each other. And they realize that. They realize that it's important for the two of you to understand and get to know each other so that you can actually move forward with a sincere connection. But this is definitely a destined meeting. Like, that's for sure. This is someone who's meant to be in your life. They know that you're meant to be in their life. Like, they don't even question it. We do have Fox Spirit here with Think on Your Feet with number 27, which is 9. Yeah, they do see that there's been a lot of people in your life that have taken advantage of you, and you've had to learn to be quick. And you've also had to, like, take time out to take care of yourself. But this is like Source giving you a quick out. Like, it's interesting. This is something that's going to help you in the long run. Even though it's scary, right? It is scary to invite people in after we've been hurt. It's scary to trust that people have good intentions for us. So this could be a Leo, but they're here to help you with your self-confidence, your loyalty, and your creativity, which is exactly what we've been talking about this whole time, like believing in yourself. Right? Look, fire energy with Aries, Leo, Sag. We've got confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. Like, they see how passionate you are about what it is that you do, and that inspires them, but they want you to be able to see that as well. Have patience. Love is patient and kind always. So this idea of taking things slow and steady, like, it's not something that they're mad about. They're okay with that. They're okay with if it's a slow build. Like, if it's a slow burn, it's better that way, right? Because it feels like things are going to be overall a lot better that way. And so they don't want things to be rushed here. That's not what they're trying to do. Bring a genuine touch with Dear Spirit 18. Yeah, this person's very sincere. Oh, they're very sweet. Like, they really do care about you. They don't even know you, but this person already cares about you. Like, they just already have a soft spot in their heart for you. Like, they're like, oh, pile 3, that's somebody that's meant to be here. Like, I want to be here with them. I want to take care of them. I really care about them. I really do enjoy them. I really want them to see their truth. Like, I want them to understand their strength. And that's something that's very true that's coming through here. I do feel like this person's seen you have to deal with control, or they recognize that you've had to deal with controlling tactics, like people who've tried to control you, people who've tried to belittle you, and that you've grown beyond that. And this person's really proud of you for doing that. It does feel like this person may be a part of your soul tribe. That's why they're able to see who you are. And you may know who they are. You may see this person, but you also may be surprised to know that this person sees you this way. Like I said, it's like that idea of being older. I feel like this person is just more in tuned. Like, they've done more on their journey. Not that they're in a better place than you or that they're higher up or anything like that. I feel like this person just has been through so much that they like really caught onto the spiritual journey quick, and they see you struggling at a part where maybe they struggled at and wish they had somebody. And so that's what they're going to do for you. Yeah. Seeds in spring. This is something that I feel like you both have manifested. Like, I feel like this person has wanted someone to help train and coach, and they were just looking for that person, and you're fulfilling that. And then I feel like you just wanted someone to be there in your life that understood what you're going through, and they're going to fulfill that because they see that you're letting go of the South Node. They see that you're trying to come out of your comfort zone, but sometimes you get sucked right back in. And that's why you don't open up to people very much. Like sometimes it's just really difficult for you to let that go. You have a tendency to be guarded, but when you're comfortable, you're free and you let yourself be vulnerable. Yeah, this is a divine feminine energy. They're here to help you embody this divine feminine energy, to really connect with the intuition, the receptivity, to be able to receive your divine purpose and who you are. Help you find stability and harmony and flow with your journey. Yeah, this person is a very powerful person, right? So we do have reunion with soul ties, karma and balance, celebration, gifts and abundance, and nurture and compassion. Yeah, and I feel like that's exactly what this person is. It's like they're helping you let go of someone that wasn't meant to be here, which is a soul tie, but their reunion, it's a reunion between you and them. This is a soul tribe energy coming through here. That you balance out enough karma, and eventually that was supposed to bring the two of you together. And so this is a gift from source. This is something you both will get to enjoy. And there's going to be a lot of nurturing and compassion here, a lot of care, a lot of just good feeling overall, right? Yeah, so we do have this, this always feels like someone who's meant to be a mentor. Like this feels to me like someone who's meant to be here to help us, someone who's giving us great wisdom, someone who's here to just show you the way. Like I always see like a shaman when I see this picture. And so it's like someone who's helping you understand your healing and understand ancient wisdom, and really walking this journey as we go and teaching us as we go. And so it's what it feels like this person's here to do. Also, I do get the sacral chakra energy here with this, and I feel like that's exactly what we have with the divine feminine. They're helping you to really embrace your emotions, how you're feeling, what you're going through, and to really connect with those divine powers that come from the sacral chakra when it's open and connected with the third eye. Yeah, okay, this makes sense. The teacher. I study and share wisdom with those who will value it. And this person absolutely sees you as that. With the 10 here coming through, it's like this is a completion for both of you. But it also feels like this is a wish come true for both of you. Like this is like something that you both have been trying to manifest for a long time. Like you wanted them in your life, and they wanted you in their life. Like there was no getting around that. So we do have the desire to improve our life as one of our most basic needs. You would do well to read more and learn about those who have done the work and attained goals similar to the ones that you seek. One of the best ways to improve your situation is to endeavor to improve yourself. Devoting time to self-improvement, to self-direct study, or even to attending some kind of class or other learning environment will enable you to change your situation for the better in many ways. It is important to act in as mature, learned, and wise a way as you are capable of, basing your actions on what is normal, expected, or an accepted behavior. Tradition, research, facts, and figures will give you the best results right now. Go by the book. You might be able to learn from a brilliant person, mentor, partner, or teacher who respects and treasures you as a wise person in training. Exactly what I was feeling. I love that. Who wishes to expand their consciousness and learn more and grow. Although we are all born with intuition, it needs to be acknowledged and practiced like any skill, and can therefore be improved by training with someone who is expert in using their sixth sense. Yeah, so definitely feels like this is someone who's an expert at what it is that they do, and they recognize that gift in you, and they want to help you develop that. So this person definitely has good intentions for you. I feel like they're just here to be a mentor, a teacher for you on this journey. I do feel like overall this is someone that you've asked for, and likewise that you're someone that they too have asked for. So definitely good intentions. If this is your pile, leave the little meditation emoji down below and say, I allow myself to open up to being guided by someone. So you let source know that you're calling in this higher teacher, this higher mentor to come into your life, this higher vibrational energy. Leave me a thumbs up. But I am going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.